Number 7 for the Benjamin Banneker passage says, what is the main idea of paragraph 3? And of course, I cannot answer this question without going back and learning and looking at paragraph number 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, I do have my hashtag that says that he loves to learn but works on the farm. So that will kind of remind me that this passage is about when he wanted to learn more, but he kind of ran out of opportunities, so he worked on his father's farm instead. However, even though I have that hashtag to help me, I'm still going to reread my passage because I'm a hard worker and I want to do well. And I know you feel the same way. It says, you are a remarkable young man, said the neighbor. Have you gone to school at all? Yes, Benjamin had been lucky. He had learned to read and write, but then he had read all the books in the school. He could not find any more books to read anywhere. He wanted to study. He wanted to learn more, but he couldn't. So he worked on his father's farm. But even though he had to work hard with his hands, he would not give up and stop using his mind. He figured out ways to improve the farm tools. He figured out ways to do many things better than he had done before. Then he went to work on the clock and made it work. A young man like you deserves help, said the neighbor. What can I do to help you? All right, so looking back at question number 7, as far as what is the main idea of paragraph 3, which I just read. A, Benjamin's neighbor thought he was a very special man. And it does say a young man like you deserves help. He was pretty amazed, so it's a possibility, but it left out all that other stuff in the beginning about him wanting to learn more, but he didn't have any other opportunities. And so he ended up having to work on the farm. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of A. I'm feeling pretty certain that that's not going to be our answer choice. B, it says, at school, Benjamin read many books and he used his knowledge to make things better on the farm. Well, yes, he did read a lot of books, and then he ended up working on the farm, even though he probably didn't really want to, and he made things better. So that's a really good possibility. So we're going to leave that as an option. And then let's look at letter C. It says, as a young man, Benjamin was always trying to learn and make new things. As far as him being younger, that would have been mentioned a little bit earlier. It did talk about him going to school and learning new things, but it left out everything about him working on the farm and making that farm equipment better, and maybe the neighbor even being impressed. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of C. And then D, Thomas Jefferson liked Benjamin, so he asked him to help plan the city capitol. Now, that wasn't even mentioned in that paragraph. It was actually the next paragraph that was mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Thomas Jefferson one. And we'll go ahead and go with B. At school, Benjamin read many books and he used his knowledge to make things better on the farm.